Alright, in theory, this should be a successful live stream. I'm not entirely sure whether anything's working. Looks to be. But, yes, cool YouTube, I understand what's going on. Anyway, yeah, so we will be doing probably a bit of Aster development. And probably mostly the client. I'm gonna just paste this link into loads of people's fucking Discord servers because that's the kind of person I am. Right, okay. E. Okay, Discord is still not giving me the damn purple circle. I'm so sad. Okay, so I'm just going to paste it as my status. Streaming, but Discord. But Discord isn't giving me the streaming status, :C. There we go. Alright, so what's to be done today? I think we've got some... I've got to make sure that the... So I'm trying to make the client reconnect to the server if connection is for some reason lost. And it turns out that's really hard. Why have I got so many notifications? So yeah, I actually have no clue. Okay, so firstly I actually have to get some stuff working. So the meat and potatoes is in this file. Why have I got so much commented out code? Okay, so in theory, what I've been trying to do, this currently doesn't work. What I'm trying to do is so this thing, right? If there's an error when receiving a message, then say that there's an error. If it's disconnect and then keep trying to reconnect. So this only happens when an error is in receiving a message. So it could be that there's an error in sending a message, but I'll fix that later. Because often, if a server actually just straight up fucking closes or your internet connection dies, right? Often, it'll actually generate an error where you're reading the data. So it'll actually, this is the read handler because it's passed off in the function read until it's passed off as the read handler. And so actually when there's a broken pipe, it'll receive a broken pipe error. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'm sure it's fine. Right. I'm going to just continue to advertise myself real quick. Right, so there's some reason why this doesn't work. Now, firstly, this is probably not a good loop because it's going to be doing it a lot. So I'm going to say at the start, let's sleep for a bit. Sleep for 1 second. Let's just check that this compiles. It would be nice to see that it compiles. No. It doesn't compile. Of course it doesn't compile. Why would it ever compile? Standard this thread sleep 4. I swear that's a thing. Hash include thread. There we go. Okay, so in theory, connection reset by peer. Okay, so I have so many servers. Let's just... I need to sort out some stuff. Okay, so let's actually... Let's start up this server as a local server so that I can do stuff. Note to self. Actually, I need to add something to the Trello because so when the server is offline, it just shows it as like an exclamation mark, and you can't tell which server is offline. So I need to fix that. I think I know how to. Bugs. Have I got this in my async loading of messages and connecting to servers? Because that currently happens in the main thread, which is not good. When servers are offline, show their original name, PFP, IP, whatever, with some other indicator of offlineness. I'm so good at wording stuff. Right, okay. Thread. Okay, let's run this again. In theory, right, okay, so this is the server. I'm just gonna, no, I'm not gonna leave them for now. So if I'm here, and I go to general, I can successfully load the channels. If I control C here, okay, it disconnects. R error, stream truncated. Now if I run it, it doesn't reconnect. And why not? Okay, let's do some debug printing. Okay, so this is error whilst reading. Let's just put that. Socket.shutdown. Okay, so let's standard cout, error, fine. Retrying connection to address port. Right, and then instead of doing this just continuing, I want to standard cout error whilst retrying ec.message, I think it is. And now I just copy paste all of this because debugging, and I don't need my code to be clean if it's just debugging. Okay. While I'm at it, let's have a look. What servers am I connected to? 1.18. I don't need this one. 127001. Cospox.com. Anyone else see the other? There was clearly 4 servers, and I could only find 3 IP addresses. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. So, there's a preferences.json here. Right, okay, here we have 120. One two seven zero zero one cospox.com and cospox.com version 2 and that. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just gonna like edit this. Actually, nano would probably be better. I want to delete 127.0.0.1 is good. Cospox.com is fine. But what's the port? This is the one with the dubious port. This one can go. Let's remove that. And this is the right one, and then the one... This one, which was my laptop when I was doing some testing, could also be delete. Okay. I should clean up my server list. I should probably make that easier to do from within the actual app itself, but that will be done later. Okay, so if I'm on this server, if I... I didn't look at this. We have a problem. Accept error. SSL error. X509 verify result. Code 0 error. Okay. What? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Error. Success. Oh, that's quite funny. Okay, so it literally said error success. Interesting. Cause none. There's no cause. And it was successful. So I don't know what is going on here. So if I do that. Error whilst retrying connection refused. Retrying connection. And why is that not succeeding? Why can't I look at this? Why can't I click on that? Okay. That's odd. Let's go and say... I know. Successfully connected equals true. Emit online changed true. So it's not actually guaranteed to get back here. It just sits in this loop until it's like done. And I hope that omitting this in a different thread doesn't cause a problem. Should be alright. Right, so this is successfully connected. I can load messages. If I close that and I run it again, it's successfully connected somehow because this has come back, but I can't load messages. So I can't actually communicate with it, but it thinks I can. It's something about my SSL context, isn't it? How do I reset an SSL context? ASIO reset SSL context. I want to just like make a new one. Change the method of it. Reset an SSL stream, yeah. Sure, go for it. An IO, whenever you see an IO service here, you know this is kind of old. You literally have to make a fresh TCP socket for the connection to recover. What? No, I can't do that. I don't want to do this. I literally just want... I don't care. I literally just want to... reconnect the same socket. Yo, hello Hamish. I am being frustrated with how SSL works right now. The actual SSL stream is not expected to be reused. OpenSSL does not define a clear operation on the SSL object, but it's not intended for what I think you're wanting to do. Oh, SSL does define a clear operation. Let's go to this page. What have I done? I've crashed Firefox. What the fuck have I done? Okay, there we go. I thought I made you a mod before, but apparently not, so I made you one now. Do you have like multiple YouTube accounts or something? SSL clear is used to prepare an SSL object for a new connection. This is very C. Do I have to implement SSL myself? Bollocks. Okay, what do I need to do? Socket.shutdown. Socket.clear. So this causes an SSL error, which is literally like cause none, result okay, which is somehow an error. This won't compile. I know there's not an actual method called clear. What's the docs of an ASIO SSL stream? Async, I don't really care. Okay, so I bet it's the SSL context that's causing the issue. Because the stream... The stream doesn't seem to do anything. It all seems to be just the context, and the stream's just like a wrapper. Because it would be shutdown, which I already call. So, really, I want ASIO SSL context. What's the documentation for the SSL context? Set options, use certificate, clear options. There's nothing. I need to... Can I like... Am I like underestimating? If I just do like... SSL... What is the context? Where is the SSL? Okay, I need to look at the header file. Network.h. Okay, so we got yeah, we got an SSL context, an IO context, and an SSL context, and a stream. So I want to reset the SSL context, but it doesn't allow it. So the SSL context is called SSL_CTX, and the socket takes SSL_CTX. So what if I do SSL_CTX equals SL? Can I just like fucking call the constructor on it here? Is that valid? I don't know C++. Reconstruct object. This looks like black magic fuckery. Don't do it in practice. All right. Have an uninitialized stack variable. I don't care. I've used C all the time. Okay, so what if I just do equals ASIO SSL ASIO SSL context, and then construct it with ASIO SSL context TLS v12 underscore client. What if I do that? Is that valid? And then if I do socket equals ASIO, let's copy this. And then pass that in with the normal CTX and and the SSL CTX. This is not a good idea, but it might work. Use of deleted function. So how am I supposed to do this? Is it time to contact Stack Overflow? I did not want to join VC there, but apparently clicking that does it. No one can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay. I think it's time to contact some actual programmers who understand what this means. Okay, Discord time. CPP. Hello. Does anyone understand SEO? I want to try to reconnect. To a SSL socket after an error during the read. I'm encountering an issue when that I am guessing is to do with the SSL context not being properly reset. It's time to paste some code in. Okay, I'm going to trim this down. Let's just call that. Let's say that doesn't need to be. Let's just call new stuff. Let's just do. Can delete all of that. Socket shut down. Those are the lines which I can't really do. Delete that because it doesn't mean anything. Who's pinging me? Okay, this is a terrible question, but let's see if someone answers it. Okay, I'm going to try work on something else while I wait to see if this is possible. Because it seems to work just fine. If I just comment out these lines, because that's a compile error, actually, as long as there is no error, this should work fine. Therefore, I'm going to try working on something else. So, I'm going to try and make... I need to make basically like... I want to make it so you can still see the server even if it's offline. And so, in server button, instead of set tooltip, okay, let's have a look at... YouTube is complaining about no data. Can you still hear alright? If there's anyone there? There's probably not anyone there, is there? No one fucking watches me. I don't blame them, to be honest. Kinda cringe. Okay, let's main window. So what does it do? It makes a new server model. and then it makes a new server button. So I need to have a look at server model. Anyway, so this has server model. This is all public. Name, IP, UUID, port, PFP, PFP base 64. So in theory, if this is all like set, because this should all be kept in the config file really, unless it's a server that you just connected to, then it won't know any information about it at all. It should be able to display the profile picture as normal. So instead of doing this, we want to do set icon server PFP PVP PFP. What is the type of? Okay, so it's. I know I had a bunch of problems with like null PFPs, so I know there's a way to check if it's null or not. I think that's probably in src message.cpp. PFP was null. I mean, it should be alright. I'm just going to assume it's not null. I think what I need to do is make like a default profile picture so that it actually is never null, and I've checked that it's not null. So set icon, then I'm going to do plus offline. I'm going to also do actually so there we go. That should then print like name, bracket, IP address, offline, in theory. Set checkable false, surely? Not sure about that. Okay. No, I don't want to run that. Okay, so this should just be normal, right? Should be able to connect, do stuff. This should actually be a channel. Yeah, it is. Should be able to look at this, which is a bit of a problem if it's too small, but of course I can then do this, because that's cool. Anyway, if I close that, shut down this server, and run it again, right, it still has the, there we go. That's cool. Okay, so what I need to do, so I can connect to that, but I can't, I need to, what I probably want to do is put like a little thing in the corner, like a circle in the like the bottom left or something, that says like, with the server offline image, so that you can tell. Okay, I'm probably going to edit the server offline image. It's GIMP time. Okay, open, build, Aster. Where's Aster? There we go. Aster GUI, resources, and server offline.png. I mean, to be honest, this is probably good. I'm just gonna like, yeah, actually this is just gonna work just fine. I'm just gonna Make this go all the way, though. So it looks a bit better if it's smaller size, you know? Maybe take off that, or that, that. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's not... It doesn't look good, but it performs its purpose. So, now I need to find out how on earth I add that to the bottom left of the Pix map. Right, it's time for some Googling. Actually, you know what? Settings menu. Here we go. PFP button. Actually. Oh my god. Q Declarative Network Access Manager Factory. I officially quit object-oriented programming. Anyway, that's not what I was looking at. I'm looking at this. So this is doing some black magic tomfoolery to somehow make the image rounded. I'm wondering whether I can do that. Painter.draw ellipse. Okay, I'm going to look at the docs for like QT, Q image on top of other Q image. Let's see. Yoink that code and yoink it into here. Okay, so I need to turn this into a QPix map. QPix map from file. It's the documentation. I can literally just pass it in as the file. Okay. QPix map overlay. And send that. And then painter of okay, let's make actually QPix map icon equals icon, or yeah. Let's shove that over here because that's cool. 100 by 100 is probably not good. So I know all icons are are 32 by 32, and that's enforced. So everything is 32 by 32, so I can literally just add a custom scale. So if I open this, and I also open test.png, settings.png, lemon.png. If I open lemon.png, that looks kind of sexy if you get what I mean. Okay, that's 32 by 32, because that starts at 0, 0 to 32 by 32. So I want to copy this, I want to paste this, and I want to change its size and position. So I would say about like that, and about like that, maybe. So that would be at the location -1, 16, or 0, 16. It's pretty much halfway down. I'm just going to call it 0, 16 and hope that it kind of works. X, 0, Y, 16, and then overlay. But what we want to do is overlay dot, what is it? Scaled. And then the nearest nice number to what this is scaled to. Let's put this in the top left. Ah, 16 by 16. That's nice. And then we look at the documentation. QPixMax and QImages can be used interchangeably. Interesting. So that should be able to just set icon. Oh, if I can type. Set icon icon. And that should just work, right? Right? No. I don't want quotes around that, I think. Quotes? Damn. Oh, I do. I want to actually pass in icon. There we go. Much simpler. I need to include that. No matching function. Call to QPainter, QPainter, QPixMap. How do I call the constructor of QPainter? QPaint device. Pointer. What is a QPaint device? Ah, okay, so I need probably... where am I? To call that with a and to get the address. Well, let's check this. This shouldn't... Yeah, that's got an and and that hasn't, but oh well. So, a pointer to icon. Surely this will work. Right? Okay. ./GUI. Perfect. Okay, it looks terrible. But like... You know, that was what I was going for. Maybe I should like... Just do that, maybe? And then like... Do some things like making it kind of look a bit better. Kind of like this. Just round off the edges a bit. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, it needs like a border or something to make it like stand out. What about just like putting some white pixels around it? Probably should actually just put that there and there. And then just do that. And then do the same here. Okay, what about that? Does that look a bit better? I mean, maybe. I think it needs to be a bit bigger, actually. Let's make it like 24 by 24. Nobody has responded to my post on Programmers Hangout Discord. I don't need to make anything GUI. Okay, and I need to make it like smaller. Not smaller, closer to the top and closer to the middle. So like I'm going to give that like 8 and like 8 to be honest. Maybe 4. Maybe 0. Maybe 4. I'm going to give it 4 just to see. So it appears now there rather than like at the bottom. So I could actually just like... What if I just don't scale it and just make it smaller in... What if I just don't do that? What if I just 0, 0? What if I just copy this layer for scale, make this a new layer at the bottom. What if I just like delete the contents of this layer and just like draw on what I want it to look like here? What if I just did like that? I think it needs to be bigger though. That looks terrible because I'm bad at drawing. Right. That also looks terrible. I mean, it looks bad. But is it like effective? If I just put this like way down here. What if I just do like that and export that? I need to recompile first. Error. 0, 0. Oh. And just don't scale this, just overlay. Why is there no bracket? Bracket. Okay. You know what? That looks fine. That's like good enough. You can tell that it's offline. And then if I was to make it online, then it goes away. Okay, that is significantly better than the system that there was before. I'm gonna just like commit this code right now because it's kind of shit. Server offline is now better. Lol. So now the problem is, what if I add a server? I'm going to just see what happens. What if I add a server? Don't mind my tiling window manager. What if I add like this does not exist.com? And it just kind of crashes. QPixMap scaled. Pixmap is a null Pixmap. What's the documentation of QPixMap? Dot is null. Okay. Okay, so this whole thing has now crashed because that was null. And now I've got to remove my preferences. Dot lock. No. There we go. Remove that. So, what's the problem? So when I add a new server, it calls this function. What's the constructor of server model? Parent name, IP port, UUID, PFPB space 64. That's that. That's why. Okay, so instead of this, I want to pass in default server PFP. And that. Okay. I'm going to be annoying. I'm going to do that again. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can literally just do default server PFP equals default PFP. And yes, I know I'm using many different naming conventions here, but I actually don't care. And I need to vsplit include main window. I need to add a new standard string. Let's just call this explicitly private because that looks better. Okay, so now it should actually give a default profile picture, even if it doesn't actually do anything. Right. So now if I add a new server and just do asdf.com. Okay, so it still crashes. Why does it crash? Let's try running it in GDB. So, if I add that's fine. If I add a new server, connect. Why is this hanging now? Why can I not do anything? Oh my god. continue without paging. Connect. It's because it's being done in the correct. I'm just going to check I can actually add a server normally. Damn it. Okay, so what if I just add... What if I remove cosbox.com? Actually, I need to be able to see my own PFP. My own... Okay, metadata, King Jellyfish has a UUID of that. Let's just copy that. Let's just remove server. Oh. That's a bit of a more pressing issue. Does Qt delete child widgets automatically? It is enough to delete the parent because the parent's destructor will take care of destroying the child. So it's safe even when you delete the child manually before the parent. Okay, so you're telling me I shouldn't be... I hate stuff like this. I just want to delete stuff normally. So as long as these are being passed with this, net is not being passed this, layout is, and channels is. So I'm going to delete that. So when is message container, it's in the destructor of message container. Where is message container? Okay, so this. Okay, that. So with message layout. I don't think I need to delete any of this. Because I'm doing set layout and set layout and set widget, I think all of this is safe to delete. I mean, I'd rather have a memory leak than a segmentation fault, if I'm honest. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, this is my UUID. Or not. Ah, damn it. I'm just going to type that. And then copy just that bit. Right, okay. So in theory, if I remove server, there we go, and I can create a new server, log in with UUID. I really need to change that so I can log in with username. Or just by default. I don't know why I have that. I don't know what on earth is going on. Anyway. Cosbox.com. connect. It's a bit of an issue in it. What if I reboot? What if I restart? Does still don't exist. Log in with your UID. It's just no errors here. Why can't I connect? And why won't that show up here? Okay, we got a bit of an issue on our hands. Because I'm an idiot! Ah, I know why. Because I changed it up here to do this shit. And I haven't changed it down here. What is going on? Why is this calling initialize rather than connect? And why is it calling connect up there? What does initialize even do? Initialize connects first. Sorry about that. People do be calling me on Discord though. So first, they both connect. They both do the same thing. Oh, I can't be bothered to refactor this away. I'm just going to call initialize on this instead of connect. Okay, initialize. I think I'm passing in the UUID first. Yes, okay. Let's try this. Okay, so if I add a server, That was a bit of a bug that you just literally could not add servers. That's just a little bit of an issue. Oh god, I've messed this up. Oh, it's because I need to say login and then connect. Okay, so it doesn't correctly do the profile picture. That's interesting. Okay, that's a non-critical bug. Okay, it's slightly worse. So what I would need to do is I need to request the message every time. Can I be bothered? Yes. What other error messages? That's kind of boring. I'm just going to call that done. No, I'm not going to do password. Doing that. Server online status is not updated at runtime. Basically done that, just that to go. Done that. I'm thinking of a way to go around this, but I don't know. That's like very low priority. Change fonts, yes. Fuck the database. Okay, is that an instruction? Okay. So whenever a server connects, I just want to send this all the time, really. And honestly, that should work because I could literally just read it down here no matter what. So interesting that this profile picture is wrong, but maybe it's not actually wrong. So I want to grab the base 64 for Cosbox. I really should store this somewhere else. It's not good for my health to be going through this all the time. This base 64 is terrible. Anyway, so if I grab this, if I grab that, import base 64 with open cosbox.png, wb as f.write base 64.b64 decode a. There we go. Now I should be able to open this. Actually, firstly, I'm gonna... Why can I not control AD this? Oh. Because this isn't this. Okay, there we go. So, icon.png, icon, I need to SSHFS. Okay, so in theory then in GIMP I can open a bunch of things. I can open MNT, all of this stuff. Okay, so they're all just this Aster default logo. That will explain things. So in theory, I should be able to then open build Aster experimental GUI cosbox.png. Okay, this is what the logo actually should be, because this is like Cosbox logo, right? I should probably think of a better logo, but I don't know if I can be bothered. Now if I move cosbox.png / mnt icon.png, now I can unmount mnt ssh again, screen -r 1830 control C Aster server screen cargo run. Okay, now because that's changed, in theory, if I actually run this twice, yeah, there we go, it should probably update at runtime. That should be really simple. No, I take that back. That's actually kind of hard. Let's do PFP and name not updated at run time. Server. So that's going to actually be really hard to implement, but I don't care. Done. I want to do images in messages soon, because that's kind of cool. Or roles, maybe. I really just want to fuck the database, you know. Should probably do password as well. Status online color. Okay, I mean, I'm probably not going to do any more today because it's been. Yeah, okay, that's probably like as far as I'm going to go today because shit's getting kind of late and I've done a bit of progress and I'm still annoyed at reconnecting to the server, but I've done some stuff. Let's just commit the changes. Update server PFP plus name each time they are connected. Also updated the server offline image to use cached PFP. There we go, that wasn't too hard. I just have really a bunch of really hard stuff to do. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here, I guess. So yeah, goodbye, and I'm sorry if you watch this because this is kind of boring and shit. Anyway, bye!